The United States is pausing all foreign student visa appointments. There have been simply too many students who come to the United States with different agendas other than to study. Take, for example, Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil, who came to the United States as a student. Then he became a resident, and now he's waiting to be deported because he got involved in some pro-Palestine protests where there was vandalism of the school and there was harassment toward Jewish students. So the United States doesn't want any of that, doesn't want troublemakers. It wants international students who come to the United States to study, not to do social activism. Here is Secretary of State Marco Rubio explaining the situation.
When you come to the United States as a visitor, which is what a visa is, which is how this individual entered this country, as on a visitor's visa, okay, you are here as a visitor. We can deny you that visa. We can deny you that if you tell us when you apply, hi, I'm trying to get into the United States on a student visa. I am a big supporter of Hamas, a murderous, barbaric group that kidnaps children, that rapes teenage girls, that takes hostages, that allows them to die in captivity, that returns more bodies than live hostages. If you tell us that you are in favor of a group like this, and if you tell us when you apply for your visa, and by the way, I intend to come to your country as a student and rile up all kinds of anti-Jewish student, anti-Semitic activities, I intend to shut down your universities. If you told us all these things when you applied for a visa, we would deny your visa. I hope we would. If you actually end up doing that, once you're in this country on such a visa, we will revoke it. And if you end up having a green card, not citizenship, but a green card as a result of that visa while you're here in those activities, we're going to kick you out.
Of course, I agree with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. A student visa is a privilege, it's not a right. If someone enters the United States intending to disrupt universities, intending to promote anti-Semitism, or intending to support terrorist groups like Hamas, that visa should be denied or revoked. It's just as simple as that. Here is spokeswoman Tammy Bruce at a press briefing at the Department of State saying that vetting students shouldn't be controversial. And because people reveal so much of who they are on social media, a social media background check is now part of the vetting process. How is that controversial?
We do know, though, that we take very seriously the process of vetting who it is that comes into the country. And we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to vet, and we continue to have an interest. Again, whether they be student or if you're a tourist who needs a visa or whoever you are, we're going to be looking at you. I think why that would, it seems to be such a controversial thing that's going on, but it shouldn't be. And every nation should take seriously and does who's coming in. So if you're going to be applying for a visa, follow the normal process, the normal steps. Expect to be looked at, and we go on from there. And we've always looked at visa seriously. It's why we have a visa, so that you can stop and look at someone. So I can't speak about what the individual experience will be, but the fact is that everyone knows that it's a reminder, certainly, that we're taking it seriously.
Here is President Donald Trump saying that he doesn't want international students who come to the United States to create trouble. In fact, I'm sure what he wants is students who come to the United States to study, to put their head down, do their homework, get good grades, and that's it. Nothing more than that.
But I want to make sure that the foreign students are people that can love our country. We don't want to see shopping centers exploding. We don't want to see the kind of riots that you had. And I'll tell you what, many of those students didn't go anywhere. Many of those students were troublemakers caused by the radical left lunatics in this country.
I don't understand how any of this is controversial. If I go to another country, let's say I go to Asia or the Middle East or Africa, I am expected to abide by the laws and customs of that host country. So international students come to the United States to study, and they should follow the laws of the United States. They shouldn't vandalize buildings, and they shouldn't harass Jewish students. And of course, it only makes sense that universities should work with the federal government instead of shielding bad actors under the excuse of academic freedom. Let me know where you stand on this. Thank you so much for watching, and until soon. Peace.